Okay, I'm live. I don't know if I like this angle though, but I kind of need it because I do want to show you all my corset later. Let's see if I can adjust. Oh, first we're gonna share on Facebook. Mm-mm. Bear with you guys. I'm gonna change shares on the Facebook. See who wants to join me. Oh. Mm-hmm. Okay. Oh, it's already in a minute. All right, so we're going to talk about a few things tonight. I brought my list of things. I don't know if I like this angle though. Hmm. Let's see if I can adjust it a little bit. I guess I need to go ahead and invest in one of those darn goat cases, huh? Yeah, that's what I'll do next time. So I have The Walking Dead on in the background because you already know, Walking Dead fan. Even though I've got my Guardians of the Galaxy shirt on. So we just gonna try. It's actually gonna be probably pretty quick tonight, especially since the whole interactive thing and me switching over to YouTube. So we'll see how everything goes. Hopefully everything is smooth. So we're gonna talk about me having the flu. Yeah, I have to talk about it. Corset training, clean eating, and colorism. I added the colorism on the back just because I was having a conversation with someone via Facebook, and I kind of feel like we have to talk about it. And even though it may seem like we're beating a dead horse, it's necessary. Um, so the flu. Okay, so peep game. So when was that? Was that April? I mean April. Lord Jesus. I think it was the second week in. Oh yeah, it was the second week in January when I got the flu. I wasn't feeling so hot. The first day, I really just thought that my muscles were sore from working out because, for those of you who don't know, I'm into fitness. I do my cardio, but I also lift weights, and I love the way I feel after I'm lifting weights. So I thought maybe I was just really sore from that. And then the next day, I was like, okay, something's not right. So I started self medicating, just taking over the counter stuff. And the first day I didn't have a fever. Then the second day I had a fever, so I took some stuff, and then the fever went away. And then it came back the third day, and that's when I was like, okay, something's not right. So I went ahead and went to the ER. I'm a veteran, so I went to the VA here in Atlanta, and yeah, I had the little mask on, and I went in there, talked to the doctor. I took my information down. Symptoms I was having, muscle aches, fever, etc. And they went ahead and tested and made sure. They said, yeah, you have the flu, and they gave me the little Tamiflu stuff. Now, why is that a big deal? It's really not that big of a deal, except it was the first time ever in my life that I had the flu, and it freaking sucked. Went to the doctor from that point on. When I went to the doctor, I couldn't go to work for 7 days, so I was out for a whole freaking week in the house eating soup and drinking juice and water and taking Tamiflu and all this other amazingly great stuff that should be great, but because you're off work for a week, but it's not cool because you're not making money. So that sucked. And then just watching the news, which I usually don't watch the news, but watching the news, I found out that like people were legit dying from the flu. And of course, people have died from the flu before, but the numbers have just been higher than they've ever been, especially here in Georgia. Like at one point, it was like 25, but I think there were up to like 35 people had died from the flu, and unfortunately, it was a lot of children. So like that's totally jacked up. So I'm glad I went to the ER. I'm glad I took my Tamiflu, and I'm glad I'm back for you guys because I know you missed me last week because it was the Super Bowl, and nobody was gonna tune in, just like y'all didn't tune in when we when they had the Grammys. Was that the Grammys? Grammys, Oscars, one of those, no one tuned in. I didn't get any interaction. But I did let everybody know that I'm over here on YouTube now, so hopefully people will join. Let's see if there's any. I don't think there's any comments. Yeah, I don't have any comments, so I guess no one's on my live YouTube right now, so that's okay. So yeah, so that was the first thing I want to talk about. Like I said, I think tonight's going to be pretty short, just because this is a new platform, and I'm not sure if I'm getting any interaction yet. So it's probably going to be really short. Second thing I wanted to talk about is corset training. I'm actually wearing my corset right now. Let me see if I can finagle this angle. Y'all bear with me a little bit. Bear with me. I gotta get one of those goat cases. I'm not. I'm gonna go to the hookup man and see if he got any goat cases. But yeah, I can't because of this little blanket that I'm using to prop this up with. Hold on. Let's see what we can do. I do have this makeup thing I can sit you guys on. Oh snap! Okay, this might work. Okay, so here we go. Okay, so I first of all, before I do this, because I know someone's gonna be watching this video, I'm like, is she about to take her shirt off? Okay, so I have on a liner underneath my corset, which is a little tank top that I'm wearing, and I have on a sports bra. Okay, so I'm not about to get naked for the gram, for the tube, for the book, for the anything. So I'm gonna take my shirt off so you can see my corset, because I am wearing my corset now. And I know you're like, oh, I didn't even notice. They call that stealthing. So because some people, they don't want people to know that they're wearing a corset under their clothes. So I'm gonna go ahead and take my shirt off so that you can see my corset. And like I said, I do have on a shirt, so don't be alarmed. I'm also wearing a bright sports bra just so that you can see. So here's my corset. I have the strings tucked in here, and I have two of them hang out right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull those out. The thing about corsets, and I learned this, I actually did like maybe 2 years ish of research before I even bought my first corset. Just watching videos online, articles, learning about the history of corset training and all that other good stuff. So I did all this before I even purchased my first corset. My first corset was not as dramatic as a shape. You see how it's really like dramatic? My first corset was barely curved in, but I wanted a more hourglass shape, so that's why I decided to get this one. This is the CS 426, I believe, which I should know because 426 is my birthday. Don't me. It's my birthday. Okay, so people are like, oh, can you breathe in that thing? Obviously, I've been talking to you guys the whole time. Although I'm talking a little bit fast and that maybe why I'm a little bit out of breath right now, but you can breathe in it. So this is what it looks from the side, and of course from the front. And I'm going to show you the back as well. So this is where your laces are. And I pull these myself. I lace myself into my corset. You can get someone to help you if you have someone there, but you don't have to. So this is the corset. Also, corset that I'm wearing is right now is a 24 inch. I was wearing a 26 inch, and I actually have it here for you guys to see. It is, and you can see the tag. I think it's backwards though, but it says 26 inches. So this was my 26 inch, and I got it to the point where it was pretty much closed. The only reason I couldn't close any further is because I couldn't pull the strings, because you have to push your hand in there and pull the strings down to uh-oh. I don't untie my corset. Now some like extreme corseters, they may say, I can't believe that you have this tied in the front. But this is what works for me. You have to find out what works for you. I go from the back, pull it, and I put it around, and I tie it in the front. And I leave some of the strings long, and I can just tuck those in under here because there's a little more space for me here. Now, for those people who are like, oh my God, I can't believe you wear a corset, squishing your organs, you're going to die. You're not going to die, okay, first of all. Second of all, the whole organ displacement, if you may, first of all, that's actually pretty normal for your organs to shift. If you notice, like people have babies and like they have a whole kid in there, and so your organs are moving around and they don't die, okay? So that's not going to happen. Also, for those that are actually doing extreme corseting, those are the people who are doing more, having more of their organ shift. Mine is more so just focusing on the bones, the ribs. It is pulling my ribs in, so it is creating more of that hourglass shape. So that is the thing, and if I decide to continue corset training, um, I don't want to say for the rest of my life because that seems like a big commitment. But if I just decide to continue corset training, then yeah, this will become more comfortable for me, and I'll be able to corset up to 24 hours. It's really more so. It's really more like 23 hours, and the reason that is because you have to get in the shower. You're not gonna wear your corset in the shower and do your daily, get ready for work stuff. So yeah, this is a 24-inch. I'm gonna go ahead and take it off just so you can see what it looks like and see what my waist looks like underneath it. Um, a couple of tips, ladies, especially if you're busty, don't wear an underwire bra because if you do, your busty chest is already busty. It's gonna look even bustier and it's gonna heave out of the top of your shirt. So I usually will wear a sports bra or some other not non underwire brassiere. So if you are busty and you don't want your bust to look even bigger, don't wear underwire bra. Just wear sports bra or just an unlined or underwired, non underwired brassiere. Okay, so I'm going to take it off. So I these are the strings, the laces, and here they are in the back. And as you can see, I have mine crossed over, so I'm gonna cross them back over. I'm just gonna let them fall because that's the easiest way to get them on the right side. And this is how I loosen it to take it off. So I'm just gonna show you that really quick. So I just stick my thumb here. I've been doing it for a while so I can feel and I know where they are. I pull the laces, then I go up to the next one, pull those, next one, pull that, next one, pull that one. And as you can see, I can wiggle now. And I just do the same for the bottom part. So I'm gonna do that off camera just because, like I said, I know how to do it without looking now just because I've been doing it for a little while. And it is a bit of a relief to take it off. And you just undo your little hook eye things, boom. It is a bit of relief because you are restricting your movement, but you can breathe, okay? You can breathe in these things. It's not even over my chest. It's an under bust, so it doesn't even go that far. But it does feel good to take a nice deep breath. And to bend like this, okay? I'm just gonna stick this on the floor there. So this is what my waist looks like without it, so that you're not having direct skin contact on your corset. If you're having direct skin contact on your corset and you'll say you're just sweating throughout the day or you're just functioning normal, you might get deodorant on your corset, stuff like that, then you'll have to clean your corset. Sorry, I just spit a little bit. You have to clean your corset, and you can either do that by, it recommends only dry cleaning, but some people hand wash them. I actually have never dry cleaned or hand washed my corset. If you're thinking that's nasty, sorry that you feel that way, but that's why I wear the liner so that I'm not having direct skin contact with it. And it smelled pretty good. I haven't like sweated it or anything, so I don't have any issues with that. Like I said, just wear a tank top of some sort, something thin, so that's not adding too many layers to you. But yeah, so I'm in my 24-inch corset now. Sorry, I was distracted by The Walking Dead. You hear it in the background? Okay. So that's that. Okay, clean eating. So to talk about this clean eating, first we got to talk about the fast. My church did a fast. Thank you, Jesus. But I got the flu during the fast. It was in January. But basically the fast there were some spiritual instructions, about praying and things like that. Just now realizing that I'm almost out of frame, so I'm just going to adjust that up just a smidge. There we go. So it's more so spiritual stuff, but of course there's the physical aspect of it as well. The fast wasn't to lose weight, although most people did lose weight on it because we're basically doing a clean eating. Long story short on how the fast was, it was no fast food, no breads, grains, pastas, no junk food, no fried food. You could still have meat, so it wasn't that strict of a fast. But basically just clean eating. It was basically a clean eating type of fast. So what I learned during this fast is that you can lose a lot of poundage. So between last year, between my last weigh-in, which was at the beginning of the fast, but actually before the fast even started, I was at 150.9 or something like that. Then I got the flu. But I was doing the clean eating probably the first 2 days that I had the flu because I was kind of hanging there. But then I was like, I need some orange juice because we weren't doing juice on our clean eating on our fast. Um, so I was pretty much clean eating the whole time, other than like the soup and stuff while I was sick. But during that clean eating, I lost a dramatic amount of weight. I haven't taken my waist measurements or anything, which I need to do, but I've lost a lot of weight, like noticeable weight, like to the point where I'm able to continue to corset down from my 26-inch to my 24-inch. And I hadn't done that before. The 24-inch was brand new when I pulled it out of the freaking closet. Um, and just my body, just the way my body was looking, and like it's so interesting. People talk about what is it, body dysmorphia, um, and there's different degrees of that. There's I thought my connection got weak. There's different degrees of that. It's a person who really does not recognize, like, and they've, let's just say they've lost 100 pounds, but they still view themselves as that person that's 100 pounds overweight or whatever. But then you just have people that are just like your everyday people who are losing weight. They don't have don't necessarily have like an eating disorder or anything like that, but they do. But they're losing weight, but they don't realize they've lost it. So I lost freaking like 12, like 12-ish pounds during that month between having the flu, the clean eating, corset training. I was taking Slim Vance at one point. It was a lot. I didn't realize how small I got. And so I was at the store the other day. I tried on two dresses. I tried on a size 8 dress, which was my goal. Well, it's one of my goals. Well, no, I was already in the 8. 6. I have a size 4 that I really want to get into. But anyway, so I was in the store. I got a size 8 dress and a size 6 dress by the same manufacturer, the brand, whatever. And I put on the 8, and I was like, okay, this works. I can do it in the size 8. And then I was like, well, let me try on the 6. So I put on the 6, and it was just like, oh, girl. Yes, I was feeling myself. Um, so that brought me to this conclusion. A lot of times people talk about, oh, I don't have time to work out, or I go to the gym for an hour, I do this, blah 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 blah. But the time that you're working out is such a small increment of your day. It's an hour, it's 2 hours out of 24 hours of the day. And what are you doing for the rest of those 24 hours? You're either getting your rest, which you should be, because that will help you with losing weight, or you're just living everyday life and you're feeding your body. So I know I've always said calories in versus calories out, but the quality of the calories count. So clean eating matters. You really want to see some quick, dramatic results, whether you're taking a fat burner or a CLA or anything else, clean up your diet. Know what's in your food. Stay away from processed foods. Avoid the Pepsi that I had earlier. I know. And the gummy bears. I know. We're there. But that's how you're going to see the quickest results in your physical body. It's just by the stuff that you're putting in it. When you're not putting ranch, instead of putting ranch, you're putting olive oil and vinegar, because those are natural occurring thing for the most part. It's not something that's so processed like a ranch dressing. When you're having fruit instead of candy, your body's not having to process all that junk from the gummy bears you just ate. It's just an apple. You eat it. Your body's like, oh, this is an apple. I recognize that. I process it. Poop it out. Like that's how your body's supposed to function. Um, so yes, so that is my tip. That's my tip about clean eating. If you want to see the quickest results, eat clean, drink your water, stay away from processed foods, ease up on the juice if you're a juice drinker. I didn't do any juice while I was on there, just tea, and yeah, like my body was. I think it's in the best shape it's been in a while, even though I'm not at my goal weight. For you, those of you who don't know, my goal weight is between 140 and 145. My last weigh-in was 147.9. I've been eating bad, so I think I'm going to start like a little clean eating challenge. I want to say in March. I would say this week, but I'm like halfway through not halfway. I don't know how far into the month I am, but I'm going to be conscious of what I'm eating and try and make healthy choices. But I think in March I'm going to do a complete clean eating challenge and just see how my body appreciates that, and see if I can get closer to my goal weight. Let me just give y'all a little muscle action there. You see that? See, ladies? When you say I don't want to lift weight, it's okay to have a strong arm. It's still a girl arm. It's just a strong girl arm. See that? There's a muscle muscle, and it's okay to have it. And you can have a little mine's not that tight yet, but you can, you can work on your triceps too. You want to talk about all this jigglation, but you don't want to work on it. You got to tighten those muscles up to get rid of it. Anyway, I'm sorry, I'm feeling myself right now. Um, okay, so the last thing that I'm going to talk about, okay, last thing I want to talk about is colorism. I know we're tired of this light skin, dark skin. Then you have those people like me in the middle. I call myself medium skin. Yeah. So dark skin, light skin. So first thing is this. If you have not seen this documentary, it's two documentaries. The first one is called Dark Girls, and the second one is called Light Girls. It talks about the colorism between African Americans, mostly between African Americans. It didn't start with us, but it was imposed on us through slavery and society, media, social media, etc. Um, I cried, of course, when I watched it. I'm like trying not to like cry now, just thinking about it. But it's you don't realize the things that people go through. Whether it's as a child being teased because you're too dark and people calling you a tar baby, or because you're lighter skinned and people, people always only talk about the positive things about being light skinned. Um, but there were some really interesting things that were expressed in the Light Girls movie documentary, and the one was talking about how it was a reminder of the rape that her her ancestors endured from slavery. Like the slave masters would come and rape the women, and that's how you got all these different shades of brown people, black people. So like it's a lot. I would encourage anyone to go to watch those two documentaries. The reality of the situation is colorism still exists. Whenever you have someone saying, "Oh, I don't date him. I don't date light skinned boys. I don't date dark skinned men," or I only like light skinned girls, or I only like light skinned, dark skinned girls," it's colorism because first of all, you're looking at the characteristics of the person, not the character. But that's a whole nother situation. Do people have preferences? Sure. Everyone has preferences. You might prefer a taller person, or a fit person, or a curvier person, or a flat chested person, or a big busted person. You can have preferences, but to eliminate someone simply by the shade of their skin, that speaks to a deeper issue. Um, I want to say it was Kodak Black, so one of the rappers. I think it was Kodak Black. He recently said that he doesn't want someone that looks like him. He doesn't want a dark skinned woman. She has to be lighter than him. And to me, that speaks to self hatred. Why don't you want someone that looks like you? I can't wait to have a child that looks like me. I can't wait. I'm sorry. Because, I want to be a mother, when that time comes. I can't wait to have a little girl or a little son that, like, looks like me. Like, I look like my dad. Like, I have my dad's characteristics. Like, we got the same look. I call him the Smith eyes. We got the same little bags here, which is, our little thing. I think we have the same smile and stuff like that. So, to hear someone say that they don't want a child that looks like them, it hurts because it's like, that that's deeply rooted somewhere. That's beyond preference. That's deeply rooted somewhere in his history, whether it was being teased at school or whether it was his mother saying that he ain't never gonna be nothing because he looked like his daddy. Whatever it was, you can tell that those issues are deeply rooted. So for my non-African American sisters and brothers who maybe don't understand that or never heard about it, know that it's deeper than just a preference for most people. It's deeper than that. It goes all the way back to slavery, all the way back to what we see in society. Um, when Lupita Nyong'o won her Oscar and she did her speech and she was talking about how she was, she didn't see any. No, what was it? Dang it, I can't remember the specifics of it. But to see this gorgeous black woman with her gorgeous skin being recognized for her talent. They didn't recognize her because she was dark skinned or light skinned or whatever. They were recognizing her talent shone through regardless of what her skin looked like. And that is what people want. They want to be appreciated for who they are and not just seen for this outward appearance. Only time that the outward really matters is if you're a model. Let's just be honest. If you're a model, they need you to be a certain height, certain weight, certain this, whatever. But when you just want to put forth your talents, I mean, geez, and to be recognized and to see someone that looks like you, and to my non-black brothers and sisters who don't understand, um, it could be something as simple as a doll. There's a video about the doll test, and there's a little black girl, and it says which one is the good doll, and which one is the dark. I mean, which one's a good doll, which one's a good baby doll, and which one's a bad baby doll. And because of what is shown in the media and what this little girl's heard, she immediately associated the lighter doll with being good and the darker doll with being bad. The lighter doll with being smart and the darker doll with being dumb. So those little things are important in society because they're just important. It's important to see someone that looks like you represented in both lights. 9 times out of 10, you see someone of color on the news or on something. It's not in a positive light. They're like, yeah, we got a black president. One out of how many? How many presidents did it take? You know what I mean? So yes, we're overcoming, and there's unity and love and all this good stuff, but there's still things that need to be addressed. So that's why I try not to participate in the negativity, because there's enough of that out there. But I am all about educating people, and educating myself and learning more about myself and learning more about others' beliefs, spiritualities, ethnicities, cultural backgrounds, everything. Just because this isn't just me. I like the idea of America being a mixing bowl, salad bowl instead of a melting pot, because it's made of all these amazing people, and people talking about make America great again. We're not gonna get into that, okay? We're not gonna get into that. But that's it. That's all I wanted to talk about. If anyone has any questions for me, I didn't get any interaction, so I guess people don't know about the live. I don't know, but I'm gonna go ahead and send this post over to Facebook so people can see it. If you have any questions for me, feel free to ask. I'm 100% open to talking about whatever. Let me mention again those two documentaries. The first one is called Dark Girls, and the second one's called Light Girls. I think everyone should see it if they care to know about colorism and how it affects people. That's all I got for you all tonight. If y'all have any suggestions for next week's topic, let me know. We can talk about it. I might go back to Facebook because I didn't get any interaction on here, but we'll see. It's a test. It's all trial and error. So that's it. That's all I have. Good night. Have a great Sunday. Have a beautiful week. I hope you are able to manifest everything that you need and desire.